Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video today, we are going to learn how we can build a simple chatbot for any business or any use case that you have using Google Dialogueflow Essentials. So the first thing is we open up the Google Dialogueflow on the Google Cloud platform. For this, you will first have to create an account, and if you want a free trial version, you will have to enter your card details and get get around 300 free credits, and you can use this. So here we are. I've created my account and I've come to the Google Dialogueflow page. So the Google Dialogueflow has two options. The first one is the Google Essentials, and the second one is the Dialogueflow Essentials, and the second one is the Dialogueflow CX. So the Dialogueflow Essentials is used for simple chatbots that do not have very complicated flows. But if you have a complicated flow, that is, you have many options to go around the chatbot, it is better if you choose the Google Dialogueflow CX. So in this video, we will be covering Dialogueflow Essentials. In the future videos, we can move on for Dialogueflow CX. So without any further ado, let's get started. So in the search bar on the top, I'm just gonna search for Dialogueflow and open it up. Once we open the Dialogueflow console, we are going to go and open up the Dialogueflow Essentials option, right? You choose your project, and if you don't have any project that is there by default, you can create your own, create a new project, and open up the Dialogueflow Essentials page. So this is how the Dialogueflow Essentials page looks like. Okay. So the first thing that we have to do is to create an agent. An agent is basically the chatbot that we are talking to. So I'm giving the name car dealership. So in this video, we are gonna create a chatbot for a used car dealership. That is, somebody basically wants to sell used cars. So if you have a business of selling used cars, we are gonna build a chatbot for that. So we are creating the agent right now and we are naming it car dealership. So by default, when we create an agent, we get two intents. Now, what is an intent? An intent basically means that we want to, or rather we want our chatbot to understand what the user intends to do, right? So there's one default welcome intent, which has the response for hi, hello, these kind of greetings. So it gives us these kind of responses: hi, how are you doing, or whatever. So you can add your training phrases and your responses. So whatever you want to find out, you give those as the training phrases, and whatever you want to be the response, you give that response. So on the right side, there is this window where you can test each intent. So I gave hi here, and it says greetings, how can I assist? That is one of the options in the responses section of this particular intent. Okay, now moving on, we want to create a new intent of our own. For a car dealership, what is the intent? We want to know whether what the user wants to do. So the user obviously has come here to buy a car. So first we will give the training phrases as I want to buy a car. So basically this trains the model, right? All the training phrases that we give are used to train the model to understand this particular intent. So I'm gonna give I need to buy a car, buy car, just some random phrases that the user may enter to if he wants to buy a car. Okay, so I want to purchase a car. So these kind of things. Now based on these training phrases, the Dialogueflow will train the agent to understand that okay, it is this intent that we need to point to. Now when we are inside this intent, we need to give the response, right? What the agent will say. So here we are giving the response as sure, I can help you with that. And just to make sure that the user knows we are selling only used cars, we are gonna ask him if he wants to buy a new car or a used car. Okay. Now we save this intent and then we can test this on the right side window. So I'm just gonna say I want to buy a car. Now it will give us the response that we asked it to give when this particular intent is detected, right? So That's it. Now we're going to go back to the intents page, and now we are going to create a new intent. Now we asked him whether he wants a new car or an old car, right? Now what if he says I want an old car? For that we need to give the response, right? So let us give the intent name as used. Okay, here I'm giving I want to buy a used car as the training phrase. Okay, so I want to buy a used car. Then I'm giving used and then used car. I think I missed the used there, but because we are using multiple training phrases, our model will be able to work well. Now in the response, I am going to say that we have used cars of 2 years, 3 years and 5 years age. That is, they have been used for those many years. Which one of these cars would you like to look at? Or rather, would you like to consider, because we are not showing the cars right now. So 5-year old cars. We have 2-year, 3-year and 5-year old cars. Which ones would you like to consider? Okay, we save this. Now, at the same time, we also need a response. What if the user says new car, right? So we need a response for that. So now let's create an intent for new car. What if the user says a new car? As the response, we'll just say that we don't sell new cars, we only sell used cars here. We just save it and it's done. Now, the next thing is, okay, for some reason it says there's already an intent with that name. Okay, we change the name and we save it. Now, what do we want to do next? The next thing that we want to do is, what is the flow for the used car? For the used car, we've asked them, the last question that we've asked them was, how many years old car that they want, 2 years, 3 years or 5 years. Now, for that, we need to give the intents as I would like a 2-year-old car or 2-year-old, 3-year-old, something like that. We need to give the training phrases like that, right? Basically, we are trying to find out the age of the car that they want to purchase. Okay, now here I'm saying that I want to find out your phone number so that our agent can contact you for more information. So let's just take the phone number of the user as the input, and that will be our response. The response will be, sure, thank you so much, can you provide me with the contact number so that our agent can contact you. Okay, now once that is done, we are going to save this. And what would be the next intent? Can you guess? So the next intent would be that the person is entering their phone number, right? So we can name the intent as collect phone number or something like that, get phone number. And the training phrases will be the person entering the phone number. So let us create our training phrases here. We just enter the random phone numbers. So I've just given a couple of random phone numbers, and then I also gave a phrase saying my phone number is with the phone number. The final response will be thank you so much. Our agent will shortly connect with you, or our sales executive will shortly connect with you, and we can take this further. So this is the end of the conversation. Now we just finish this and we save this. Okay, and I'm gonna change the name of the intent because I forgot to give the name of the intent here. It just took the last training phrase as the name of the intent. Now we have the opportunity to test each intent on the right hand side, right? That, as I mentioned before. Now, what if we want to test it as a whole chatbot, as a whole conversation? For that, we go into the integration section, and here there are two options. One is web demo. That is this web demo. If you want to do, you can include this piece of code in your website if you already have a website. But if you don't have one, you can test it in the Dialogueflow Messenger. So you need to enable this, and once you enable it, you'll get a try it now option. Okay, just try it now. You'll get a small icon here. You can just open that and you can start your conversation here. So let me say hi first. It will say how may I help you, or what can I do for you. I'm gonna say I want to buy a car. So basically the flow that we made, we need to follow that here. If you end, okay, sure, I can help you with that. Do you want to buy a new car or a used car? I'm gonna say a used car. It will say ask us for the age, right? So we have 2 years, 3 years. I'm gonna say I want a 2-year-old car. Sure, thank you. Can you provide me your contact number? I'm gonna provide my contact number here. I'm just entering some random numbers. Okay, once that is done, thank you so much. Our sales executive will connect with you shortly. So that is the end of the conversation here, and that's the flow that we have built. So one important thing is that if you enter some random things, if the user enters something random, it will say, sorry, can you please repeat that, or I didn't get you, or something like that. This is called the default fallback intent. We get this default fallback intent along with the welcome intent that is given by default by Dialogueflow. Now, this what you're looking at is called the Dialogueflow phone gateway. That is, if you want to convert your chatbot into a voice-based bot, that is, if you want to call to that and check it out and talk to the bot as if it is a call center agent, you can use this particular integration. But this one is only active for US-based numbers right now, so I don't think we can in India use it right now. You can include this chatbot or integrate this chatbot with many other platforms like Telegram, Skype, and so on. We will look at this in the future videos. Thank you all for watching. In the next videos, we will be learning how to integrate this Dialogueflow chatbot with a Django website or a Flask website or any other website for that matter. Apart from that, we will also be exploring Dialogueflow CX in the future videos. So stay tuned. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching.